What's up, guys? This is Miasin. So a couple of weeks ago or something, I already forgot because, I don't know. I don't even know. I think I live on a different planet, but I do remember reviewing the new Heraldic cards, and they were so insanely good that obviously there's just no way I'm not making a video on them. And I tested them with a bunch of engines, with Raziel, with Kashtira, with whatever. And honestly, they just mix really well with pretty much everything, but you can't really play it as a pure deck just because there's not enough good Heraldic Beast monsters, so it's really just something that I see as an engine in other decks, or you splash other engines in a Heraldic Beast deck, quote unquote, if you understand what I'm trying to say. But it's a deck that is really good at making rank 4s, and it's really sticky. It has infinite ways of just reviving back a bunch of monsters. The follow-up is insane. The grind game is remarkable. So it's basically Raziel 2.0. So in other words, if Raziel ever gets like banned, you know where to gravitate to. So yes, I will be showing you guys a bunch of combos with this new deck, or I guess this new engine, or these new cards, whatever, who cares. But before we go any further, really important, you gotta smash the like and the subscribe button, otherwise I will die. And if this video can get to 1000 likes, I will be making a spreadsheet video on this deck where we beat every single hand shops and their existence. Alright, so first things first, what can you do with a single copy of X-Raziel? Well, you can hand loop your opponent, and this is really disgusting because it's actually much better than, you know, what you could do before with one X-Raziel, since now there is more than just Aggregator and Twins of the Eclipse that they can trigger in the graveyard when you send them with X. You can now send a Heraldry Patriarch, and this also gets your Heraldic Beast engine going. So yes, we're going to be going Chilling 1, Chilling 2, so search your deck for the Sword Raziel, and then the Patriarch will be sending 2 Heraldic Beast monsters from your deck to the grave. So we send the Griffin as well as the Leo, and Leo, whenever it's sent to the graveyard, it searches a Heraldic Beast monster from your deck to your hand. So we're going to be searching the Heraldic Beast Stat Whale, and when this card is summoned, you discard a card and then search your deck for 2 Heraldry spells and traps from your deck to your hand. So yes, every card in this engine is pretty solid. But yeah, special summon the Sword Raziel, search your deck for the Ice, and then normal summon the Stat Whale, discard whatever, search the same card multiplied by 2, so Advanced Heraldry Art. This card, you revive back 2 Heraldic Beast monsters in your grave, you special summon both of them, and then immediately with those same monsters, you will be Xyz summoning 1 Xyz monster using those 2 monsters only, so nothing else. Yeah, anyways, overlay for the Ouroboros using 3 monsters. So this is summon number 4. Maybe there's a world in which your opponent had Nibiru, and then you just rip it away. But either way, this combo is relatively good at beating Nibiru just because you have so many extenders that if it's your opponent's one and only hand shop, you will most likely win. But yeah, now we're going to be going into the Soul Charge so that you can make the Duo Drive, and the Duo Drive effect. If your opponent didn't already nib you, this is where you're going to be eating the nib, and it's not really going to bother you too much. But if you don't, then you can overlay for the Twins of the Eclipse using your 2 Xyz monsters. Summon the Node Raziel from the hand, pitch the Twins of the Eclipse, revive back your Sword Raziel, mitigate your losses from the Bestial monsters. And then you're going to be triggering the Twins of the Eclipse, revive back the Ouroboros, and give it a material. And then Ouroboros effect again, detach, and then send something from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. And the Heraldry Patriarch will trigger again because for some reason it's not once per turn, and you can foolish 2 extra copies of Griffin, which does matter because the Stat Whale has another really nasty effect where you can banish it, and then revive back 2 Heraldic Beast monsters from your graveyard with the same name. Anyways, we're obviously not even close to being done, and we're not even locked under anything other than the rank 4 locks, so it's not like we can only summon using only Heraldic Beast monsters or number monsters. No. That's unless we use the effect of Stat Whale in the grave or the inherent summoning condition of Beast Griffin. This is not something that we have to be afraid of. But yeah, we're going to be overlaying for Evil Storm Ouroboros 2.0. Clearly, this is not a realistic combo because you're not trying to play 2 Ouroboros, and you're never... Nobody's ever gonna let you play this far, but in a world where... This is also just to show you how broken this is, but in a world where it becomes like a board breaker format, this might actually be the play. But yeah, Monster Reborn, Soul Charge again, revive back 2 monsters, and then this time you're gonna be going into number 69. I told you to smash the like and subscribe button. Heraldry Crest. And on summon, this has a mandatory effect. Fun fact, by the way, the other day I was playing against this Fiendsmith Heraldic Beast deck, and he summoned a Caesar to beat Nibiru, and then after that he summoned Heraldry Crest, and it negated his own Caesar. So it's actually really funny how he's going to the Fiendsmith engine to beat Nibiru, and then he's still losing to Nibiru with like his 10-card combo still loses to 1 card. Actually hilarious. But yeah, this will be negating your own Ouroboros, which again, nobody cares. It doesn't really change anything to my life. So copy the effect of an Xyz monster on our field, and that is going to be the Ouroboros, so that we can use the effect again to rip another card. And then we're going to be going for the plugin, which can revive back Ouroboros again and give it a material so that we can use the effect again to rip another freaking card. And then we're going to be going for the whale, so revive back 2 monsters, and then go into the Heraldry Crest Shatter Stream. I don't know about the name, and I don't care either. overlay for Dweller, and then when your opponent does something, you go Shatter Stream, summon the Demolition, something, destroy whatever your opponent has on the field, and then Dweller is game, and then, yeah, you got like 10 billion monsters on the field, you got follow-up in your graveyard, who cares, there's no way you lose. Alright, now time for some actual Heraldic Beast combos. So let's just say that all you have is Griffin and one discard. Look at what you can do. So you're going to be pitching the Leo, and then summon the Griffin, search your deck for the Stat Whale, normal summon that, and then discard your whatever you discard, and then overlay for the Duo Drive. And we're going to be using that effect, so search for the X-Razul as well as the Plasma Hole. This card is actually very good in this deck because when you go for the Griffin, you cannot summon using monsters that aren't Heraldic Beast and or number monsters. But with Plasma Hole, we can overlay into a monster on the opponent's turn. So that is actually quite relevant because those Razul monsters that we summon, at least they will serve a purpose. But yeah, X-Razul is dumping the Heraldic Patriarch. And it's also going to be searching Sword Razul in the process. So we're going to be sending 2 Griffins so that the Stat Whale actually has something relevant to revive. And then Sword Razul is going to be searching for another X, so this is a follow-up for next turn. Stat Whale is going to be now reviving back the 2 Griffins, and then overlay for the Heraldic Crest. By the way, this requires 3 level 4 monsters, but Griffin has a bonus effect where it can be treated as 2 materials for the Xyz summon of a number monster that requires 3 or more materials. So we can skip a step and go straight into Heraldic Crest, and then we're going to be overlaying into the other one, Heraldic Crest Shatter Stream. And now we're going to be going into the Monster Reborn again so that we can overlay into Abyss Dweller and then set the Plasma Hole pass. And this is a huge board because we go Abyss Dweller, so you can't do anything. And then also search with the Leo, so we have even more follow-up. And then we can go Shatter Stream, so destroy whatever monster that triggers on the opponent's turn. And then overlay into the Dark Matter Demolition. And then when our opponent uses a monster effect on the field, we can target it and then it gets negated. And also, we can go Plasma Hole at any moment, so destroy one card the opponent controls face up, I believe. And also, Graveyard Effect, overlay into Detonator, and then attach back the Leo, so that when it falls off, we can search again. So yes, that's a lot of interruptions, so that's Detonator for 3, the Plasma Hole to pop, the Dweller, as well as the Shatter Crest, whatever, and the Dark Demolition, so that's 2, 3, 4, 7 interruptions off of one single card and a discard, and crazy follow-up again. Alrighty, for the deck list, again, even if you have like no experience with Razul or with Heraldic Beast, you should still be able to comprehend what I'm trying to do here. So I am playing 20 non-engine in this deck, as well as 20 engine cards, but not everything is a 1-card starter, obviously. So yeah, 3 Fueros, 3 Perulia, 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm, as well as 2 Talents. If you go Special Summon Griffin, and then you send the Leo, and the Leo gets ashed, you can normal summon Molchemy, and then you make a rank 4, and you kind of just play from there, so it doesn't really bother you too much. Actually, I lied, you can't. But that is true if you go for like X-Razul, you get ashed on the Patriarch, and Veiler on the X. You can still normal summon a Molchemy, and you're kind of fine. Normal summoning these monsters sometimes will come up. The Stat Whale is still kind of a starter. It's not like the best, but whatever, sometimes it gets you there. The Leo, obviously, it does nothing on its own. 7 Tachyon, this card can either search the Stat Whale or the X-Razul by revealing either the Silent Honor Arc for Whale or the Masquerade for X-Razul. We can also play Bonfire, that's another decent idea. But I didn't want to play too many Razul monsters because, bro, there's a limit to what I can tolerate. I'm really not trying to play Razul, there's already way too many Razul decks out there. The 3 Advanced Heraldry Art, great card again, and the Charge Up Heraldry. This is required for the combo where all you have is Heraldry Beast Stat Whale. So yeah, 40 cards, this is pretty much the maximum that I'm trying to play in this deck. Unless I'm really trying to play a big pile with like 3 Bonfires and also other starters with Ice and Sword Razul. But then again, you might as well just play pure Razul, so I don't really think that makes any sense. For the extra deck, we play the Heraldry Patriarch. You're pretty much never Xyz summoning this card. It's kind of like an Aggregator and Twins of the Eclipse. You're really just dumping it with X-Razul, and then you foolish 2 monsters. So that's really just the main application for the card. Aggregator, of course. Twins of the Eclipse, Silent Honor Arc, and Masquerade, which again, you're not summoning. You're just revealing for 7 Tachyon. The Razul Detonator and Duo Drive, you only need one of each of them because the Duo Drive you can summon generically using pretty much anything, but the Detonator, the only real way to summon it in your combo is either if you only have like a Razul hand or if you can search the Plasma Hole and the X-Razul and then do the play that I showcased in combo number 2. And then we also play Baguska, Excite on Night, Dagusto Emerald so that you never run out of gas because you have played so many ways of like recovering back your resources that I think this card's pretty decent. The Dugaris. Another draw outlet card and a good card overall because you can detach both of your materials so they fall off to the grave. And then your Monster Reborn Xyz card can be used. Time Thief for Doer because this locks you under Psychic and Machine monsters only. so it makes it so that Redoer sometimes is like one of your only options. As a matter of fact, the Style Wheel combo, all it really does is Redoer and the Shatter Stream into Dark Matter Demolition, so it doesn't really do too much. And yeah, one of each of these cards, which actually take up a lot of extra deck space, unfortunately. And there is pretty much no idea section for once in my life, so yeah, this is gonna be a shorter video for once. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.